Welcome back to Estate Planning 101. Today we'll be discussing MassHealth estate recovery. So what is MassHealth estate recovery? MassHealth is required by law to recover money from the estates of some MassHealth members to pay back the government for the cost of care provided by MassHealth. The amount of recovery is based on medical benefits paid for by MassHealth during the member's life. This collection occurs after the member is deceased. MassHealth recovers from the probate estates of people who received coverage after the age of 55 or who received long-term care in a nursing home at any age. People who were institutionalized and could not reasonably expect to return home, regardless of their age, are also included in this category. Estate recovery generally only applies to the member's home. This is because to qualify for MassHealth, there's a strict asset limit with an exception that permits the member to keep their home when applying for MassHealth. MassHealth has carved out exceptions to their recovery policy. Specifically, they will not pursue recovery in the following circumstances. First, MassHealth will not recover when the probate estate is less than $25,000. Put simply, a probate estate is any asset left in the deceased's name individually without beneficiaries at their death. Second, MassHealth will not recover from members with certain long-term care insurance. MassHealth will not recover for a nursing facility or any other long-term care services if the member was institutionalized and the member notified MassHealth that they had no intent of returning home, and on the date of admission, the member had long-term care insurance that met certain coverage requirements set by the Division of Insurance Regulations. Third, MassHealth recovery can be deferred if there's a surviving child under the age of 21, a surviving child who's blind or permanently disabled, or there's a surviving spouse. In these cases, recovery will not be required until the child turns 21 or the death of their surviving spouse or disabled child or blind child. Let's dive a little bit deeper into long-term care insurance exception. The long-term care insurance exception is very narrow and unique to Massachusetts. Under this exception, MassHealth will not recover should you meet the parameters. Specifically, one is only eligible if they had qualifying long-term care insurance when they were admitted to the long-term care facility. Qualifying long-term care insurance is defined by the Division of Insurance Regulations. Additionally, the member would have had to have notified MassHealth that they had no intent of returning home. Finally, they would have also had to be institutionalized. As mentioned before, the hardship waiver exception allows heirs to prevent recovery if they would suffer undue hardship from recovery. Undue hardship is broken down into three qualifying categories for the waiver. The categories of hardship include heirs with an income below 133% of the poverty level for over 2 years, heirs who provided care to the member for 2 years while living in the member's home. This applies if the heir was left the home via the will or intestacy and the property would have been sold to satisfy that claim. Or the heirs had an income level below 400% of the poverty level for 2 years. And under this exception, they can waive up to a value of $50,000 per qualifying heir. If an individual falls into one of these categories, the personal representative of the probate estate of the MassHealth member can send written notice to MassHealth Recovery Unit within 60 days of receiving the notice of claim. MassHealth will then notify the personal representative of their decision. If MassHealth disagrees, they can file suit within 60 days of receiving the personal representative's written statement. This process is more user-friendly than in the past. However, if the personal representative does not notify MassHealth within 60 days, the MassHealth claim is deemed allowed as a matter of law and the waiver is no longer available. This is important to remember because these items are very time sensitive and you don't want to miss your window. So how do we prevent MassHealth estate recovery? There are steps you can take to prevent MassHealth estate recovery. These include avoiding probate, deeding the house of a married MassHealth recipient in the name of the healthy spouse, creating irrevocable trusts, giving outright gifts, and putting life estates on real estate. You can learn more about these options in our previous video, Mass Health Planning. So that was a quick outline of a very complicated topic. If you have any questions on this topic, please check out our website for more information or reach out to us by phone, email, or through our website. Thanks for listening.